Greetings and welcome to the channel. You are tuned in to the North Node Oracle, and in this pick a card reading, we are going to be tapping into the energy of your next chapter. This is a timeless reading. It has no date, so whenever it comes across your news feed is when it is right for you. Okay, we have three groups here. We have this beeswax candle. Okay, that was group one. For group two, we have this stone. For group two. And then for group three, we have this nice unused stick of Palo Santos that is ready to be used during the next eclipse. All right. I will see you in your group. Greetings and welcome to your group. If you chose the beeswax candle, this is your group, and this is group one. And in this reading, we're going to be tapping into the energy of your next chapter. Well, there we go. So we're going to start this reading off with repairing the veil. Forgiveness, group one. What I'm seeing in this card, group one, in regards to your next chapter, you or someone close to you will be walking in forgiveness. What does that mean? Well, we don't really know yet. We got to pull some more cards here, but group one, it looks like there's going to be some type of opening for forgiveness. What I'm feeling someone has learned is that forgiveness can be given out. You can forgive someone, but you don't have to trust them. And I said all that to say that forgiveness isn't so cut and dry sometimes. And a lot of times we do it for us and not for the other person. And group one, that is what we're going to be looking at in the next chapter of your life. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards here from our Miss Cleo deck. We have Justice, Temperance, and the Devil. Wow. I'm going to keep shuffling here. So, what you need to know about your next chapter, group one, is that some type of opportunity to repair a situation or practice forgiveness. This could be towards you, or this could be towards someone else. What you need to know is that there is something that will be brought into balance in the next chapter of your life, group one. What I'm seeing in the cards is that for a while, you have probably been trying to balance. You've probably been trying to think about and decide on if you should offer forgiveness or not in a certain situation. And it's actually been somewhat of a burden for you, Group 1. But in the next chapter, I see an activation of forgiveness. What else do we have? We have the 8 of Coins. Pull some more. And we have the 2 of Staffs. With something that will be brought into balance, it could be a person, place, thing, or situation, something that you have been trying to reconcile in your mind for a long time, going back and forth in between on how you actually feel about something. You kind of started to feel, this maybe this addiction to your thoughts about this situation. We have the 8 of Coins here, and we have the 2 of Staffs here. I see here that a plan is being made, and understanding that the road to forgiveness may be a little rough, but you have worked hard to come to this conclusion, if this is you deciding to either forgive someone, or if someone gives an apology to you. You've worked really hard to set yourself free of it. Some of you may be having a different mindset and then opening up opportunities that had closed. We have the 10 of Staffs. We got that plan. We got the 10 of Wands there, which we got, even though things may feel a little heavy at times in regards to offering forgiveness, there is still a willingness to do it. We have the Knight of Cups here, offering a cup, which it could either be someone offering their cup to you, asking for or asking to repair something, or it could be you giving it to them. The burden has become too much to bear. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is looking out at all of this and the other side of the forgiveness or moving on. The other side of it does look daunting, but this is what is either you are deciding it or someone else is deciding. Let's pull a little more cards here. We have the Hanged Man. What I'm seeing is that you are being helped by somehow along your journey, you received a different perspective on this situation. And that is why the door of forgiveness is, like I said, either going to be open to you, or you are going to open it to someone else. And keep in mind, this could also mean you opening it to yourself. I can see a lot of you have been doing a bit of self-healing work, and you may be thinking about certain things that happened in your life, and you're starting to understand that we are all human. and you don't want to hold yourself back anymore. So a lot of you are coming to acceptance in certain situations also. And like I said, how you were being helped by the universe is getting a different perspective. Saying that I don't want to feel like this anymore. As long as I allow whatever that situation is to wrap around me like a snake, I'm never going to be able to move on. And I want what is on the other side of what I have been manifesting. Group 1, that is what we're seeing here in your next chapter. We have some forgiveness. We have some working hard. We have the offering of a cup. We have a plan. We have different perspectives. What advice do we have here for Group 1's next chapter? We have 6 of Cups. And the last card, we have the 9 of Wands, or 9 of Staffs. So Group 1, in your next chapter, we talked about forgiveness. Either you're offering it or someone is offering it to you, or you could be offering it to yourself. It's been a long time coming, but it has been decided by you or someone else that they don't want to live in this vibration anymore because it's too heavy. So something or someone wants to be repaired in your next chapter. Possible outcome, looking at how far you've come, looking at the sun, not forgetting what happened, not forgetting it, but letting it enlighten you on your road. And always staying humble. And understanding that we have the power to create some of our reality by the decisions we make. And that we're closer than ever to what it is that we dream of. Group 1, thank you so much for hanging out with me. That is what is showing up here for your next chapter. If you would like to receive more readings like this in your news feed, don't hesitate to reach out and touch that subscribe button. I will talk to you in the next reading. Greetings and welcome to Group 2. If you chose this stone, Group 2, you are in the right place. In this pick a card reading, we are going to tune into the energies of your next chapter, Group 2. Let's go ahead and see what Group 2 is dealing with in their next chapter. We have Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Okay, Group 2, we have Page of Staffs here, pulling from the Shaman's Dream deck and also Miss Cleo's deck. We have the 8 of Coins. What is Group 2 looking at in their next chapter? Group 2. So what we are looking at here in your next chapter is your manifestations starting to appear in your life. Whatever you have gone through or are going through right now has provided you with the tools, the practice, the being alone, the being underground long enough to come up with a different perspective. And what happened when you came up with that different perspective, you came up with powers of creation. And this is what is going to be big in your next chapter. And I'm glad that you are tuning in so that you can start to pay a little more attention to your frequency. What you need to know, Group 2, about your next chapter is that the work that you are doing now is going to pay off. I see that there are things that are either coming up or things that you are doing right now that are going to be such an asset in the next chapter of your life. Now, that work could also be the work that I was speaking of, the work that you did when you had, let's call it I would say I'm seeing some of you went on a hermitage. And what I mean in going on a hermitage, you don't have to go out of the country. You could have gone on a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok deactivation, is what I mean. You could have started to set goals in your life and change your eating habits or change something about your routine that kind of caused you to emerge as this quick manifester. So your next chapter, Group 2, is going to start to fill up with some of the things that you have been asking for. We have the King of Wands, so this could be happening very, very fast. Now we have the Knight of Staffs also. Okay. Your next chapter. And we have the Empress. Wow, Group 2. In your next chapter, we were saying that the work that you have done is going to cause things to come in fast for you. You are being seen, or you will be seen as someone who is creative, may have good leadership skills, fiery. You are also being seen as someone who goes after what they want. And in your next chapter, in some way, shape, or form, the Empress is going to be manifested into your life. Maybe that Empress could be you because of your manifestations, Group 2. What else do we have coming up for Group 2's next chapter? We have the Six of Staffs, followed by the Empress, okay? I could possibly see messages coming in regards to a position of leadership, if that is something that you have been wishing for, Group 2, in your next chapter. You're definitely being seen as moving away from something into this Empress energy also, followed by the Six of Staffs. Are you ready, Group 2? Because there looks like there's something in your next chapter that is going to allow you to showcase all the different things that you have been working on. That is what I'm seeing in your next chapter. It may also put you in the public eye here. We have the Four of Coins here. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Devil. What you need to know, Group 2, about your next chapter is, even though you will be manifesting things and some of the things that you have been asking for will start to come into fruition and things may start to happen fast, you may be put in a different position, one that is more forward facing in your life, you appearing as the Empress, and also again being forward facing, standing out from a crowd here with the Six of Staffs. What you need to know though is to take your rest, because you may be coming out of a situation where you were in hibernation for a while, and you may just want to dip your toe into it. Maybe rest now if you know that this busy and productive next chapter may be appearing in your energy field. Looking at things from a different perspective and not being tempted to undo the work that you did when you were in your hermitage, Group 2, and you gained all this manifestation power because you cleared so many energetic blocks that are allowing you to attract differently now. So just know that and be mindful of your thoughts, Group 2, because we're pulling in abundance, love, and grace. Well, that is all I have in this reading for you, Group 2. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you'd like to receive more readings like this in your news feed, don't hesitate to reach out and touch that subscribe button. Greetings. You are tuned in to the North Node Oracle. If you chose Group 3, the Palo Santos, this is your reading, Group 3. We're going to be tapping into the energy of your next chapter. This is a timeless reading. There is no date. Whenever it comes across your news feed is when it is right for you. In your next chapter, Group 3, it looks like we are starting off with Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. All right, let's pull a couple of more cards here. Page of Cups. 10 of Cups. 9 of Coins. Group 3, what I'm seeing here in regards to your next chapter is that there is something that you have manifested or that you will be manifesting that is going to be very important to you or the people in your life. what I'm seeing here in your next chapter, group 3, is there is something about this treasure here, or this thing that you are protecting, could possibly lead to emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment in your own life, group 3. So what I'm getting here is that in the next chapter of your life, what you are going to be protecting here, group 3, is your independence. This is something that you have worked very, very hard for. You may have, it could be, it could be school, it could be something that you graduated from, but there is something that you have gained here that you're going to be pretty much enjoying here in the next chapter of your life, group 3. Yeah, there's something that you were sent down to the depths of your soul in this pond here to get. And when you came out, there was something that you realized about yourself. And now, group 3, you're going to be protecting that in the next chapter of your life. We have the 4 of Cups, and we have the 3 of Cups. Group 3, with protecting the future, with protecting the way that you deal with people from here on out, because you have changed or will change immensely in the next chapter of your life. You are definitely holding on to a lot more now when you weren't before. You could also have gotten bored with relationships that were not reciprocating to you in emotional ways. In your next chapter, group 3, what I'm also seeing here is, due to you finding this shining light within, it could be you, it could be a situation. There could be cause for celebration also, with realizing a few things about yourself and unearthing, something after you went down in the depths. And when you started to emerge, you realized you had this gem in your belly. We have the Devil. We have the Knight of Staffs. And we have the Hanged Man. The thing about hanging out with different people, or putting yourself back out there after you've realized a couple of things, is that when people come at you in the wrong way, or if you see a pattern or see yourself falling into a pattern, you will recognize it now, group 3, and that is what is going to be going on in your next chapter. You're going to be more self-aware. You're going to be more aware of your worth. There's something that you moved away from here that's going to be, you've moved away from it by your next chapter, and it's going to give you a different perspective, group 3. This could have been something that completely broke your heart, or something that made you feel at odds with your heart and your mind at the same time. And it could have turned you inside out here. But it was that alchemy, group 3, that is going to provide you with that transformation, because you dove down to the depths. And that's what's going to be happening in your next chapter. Group 3, we also have the 2 of coins here. What I'm seeing here is that, of course, sometimes you may go back and forth. You may go back and forth in between the thought patterns of who you used to be, right? But with practice, you will definitely start to realize that you have a balanced perspective now, especially after you emerged. And in your next chapter, what you're going to be protecting is you. You're going to be protecting your self-preservation. You're going to be protecting the hard work that you've done and who you have become. This could also refer to a person, place, or thing. Well, that is what I have for you in this reading, Group 3. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you'd like to receive more readings like this in your news feed, don't hesitate to reach out and touch that subscribe button.